I knew something was off the moment I heard her laugh. It wasn't the sound itself. It was how it sliced through the air. Too sharp, too brittle. Nothing like the tired, soft chuckles Elena usually let out after a long day. It drifted down the hallway like a wrong note, a vibration that made the hairs on my neck stand on end. I had just walked in from a late shift, keys still dangling from my hand. When it hit me, she was in the living room, lights dim, phone in hand, grinning at someone who wasn't me. Elena, I said softly. Try and make my voice casual, normal, pretending my heart wasn't suddenly hammering for reasons I couldn't name. She flinched, really flinched. Then she turned, forcing a smile so tight it looked painful. Hey, you're home early. Early? It's almost midnight. I texted you. I replied. Her eyes flicked past me, somewhere beyond the room. Then she shrugged. I didn't hear it. A tiny lie, almost invisible. But lies don't need to be huge to fracture something inside you. Sometimes it's the small cracks that let everything flood through. I took a step closer. Who were you talking to? She laughed again, too light, too hollow. Just Maya. She was telling me about the stupid party she went to. Another lie. Elena never said just Maya. They were inseparable, practically sisters in spirit. She always spoke her name with warmth. Not now. Now it sounded like she was picking a name out of thin air, hoping I wouldn't notice. Right, I said, unable to hide the edge in my voice. She swallowed. Do you want something to eat? No, I want to know what's going on. Her smile faltered. For a brief second, her real expression peeked through. Tired, guilty, scared. Then she spun and walked to the kitchen. Nothing's going on, Daniel. You're being paranoid. I followed her. That's not an answer, I said. She slammed the cabinet door. Am I not allowed to talk to my friends? It wasn't Maya. Her shoulders stiffened. Her hands trembled. The truth hovered in the silence, in the way she refused to meet my eyes. Elena, she gripped the countertop, knuckles white. Can we not do this right now? I had two choices. Ignore it like I always did, or finally ask the questions that had haunted me for months. The late nights, the sudden showers, the way she treated her phone like a bomb. I chose the truth. Are you seeing someone? I asked softly. Her breath caught once. That was enough. That's not what this is, she whispered. Then what is it? She shook her head. Please don't make me say it. Something cold coiled inside me. Elena, I said, stepping closer. I can't fix what's broken if I don't know what's wrong. She turned. Her eyes told me everything. 7 years of love, friendship, marriage, gone. I messed up, she murmured. My heartbeat thundered. With who? She closed her eyes. It was a stupid dare. My stomach sank. A dare? Yes, she whispered. At Maya's party last week. Everyone was drinking. I kissed someone. The world narrowed to a pinpoint. One sound, one breath, one moment I couldn't escape. With who? I forced out. She shook her head. It doesn't matter. It matters to me, I said. It was just a kiss, Daniel. Just a dare. I told you because I wanted to be honest. You didn't tell me. I'm asking now, because I sensed something was off. You're cornered. She bit her lip, face crumpling. I didn't want to hurt you. You already did. We stared at each other, a canyon between us. A week ago, we laughed over dinner plans. Now I wonder how long she'd been slipping away while I wasn't looking. My legs went weak. I grabbed a chair and Saturday, who was he? She hesitated. In that pause, I saw everything she wouldn't say. It was just a guy, she whispered. Elena, tell me the truth. It was Mason, she admitted. Mason, her co-worker, the one she claimed to dislike, who talked too much, whose name she never spoke without rolling her eyes. My blood ran cold. Mason? I repeated slowly. The guy who drives you home, texts you memes at midnight, the one with a girlfriend? She nodded weakly. He does. It didn't mean anything. You made out with him. It was a dare. She cried. I didn't plan it. Everyone was cheering, drunk. I couldn't say no. Stupid, I said. Stupid as leaving the stove on, forgetting a birthday. Kissing another man isn't stupid. It's a choice. Tears streamed down her cheeks. I don't want to lose you over this. You already did. I whispered, voice breaking. She sank to the floor, hands over her face. I watched, frozen, unable to move, comfort, or even breathe. My phone buzzed. 2 messages from Maya. Call me. Please talk before you make any decisions. I stepped away from Elena and dialed Maya. She answered immediately. Daniel, what happened at that party? I demanded. A long pause. My fingers clenched. Maya, Daniel, it wasn't a dare, she said. The ground shifted beneath me. She told you that? I asked, voice trembling. Maya exhaled shakily. They've been close. Too close. I tried to shut it down. But what? It wasn't the first time. My heart stopped. No. My knees buckled. I sank to the cold kitchen floor. Phone pressed to my ear, listening to my world unravel. You're saying she cheated before? I whispered. Silence. Thick enough to crush me. I ended the call. Elena looked up, startled by the thud of my phone hitting the floor. What did she say? She whispered. Tell me the truth. I said hollowly. No excuses. No dares. No lies. Her lips trembled. I'm sorry. It wasn't the first time. I closed my eyes, but the pain only sharpened. How long? A few months, she admitted. But it wasn't serious. I swear. You think that makes it better? Months, Elena. Months. She crawled closer, reaching for my hand. I pulled away as if her touch burned. I didn't mean for it to become anything, she sobbed. It just happened. People don't fall into each other's mouths by accident. She gasped, hiding her face again. I stood. If I stayed any longer, I might break into pieces I'd never recover from. Daniel, she whispered, scrambling up, please talk to me. I can't. My voice cracked. Not right now. Where are you going? Anywhere you aren't. She grabbed my arm, but I shook her off gently. I didn't look back. Not when she called my name again and again, voice cracking. I drove without thought. Streets blurred, lights smeared. I felt detached, like I was watching someone else. By the time I stopped, I was parked by the river, the place we used to drive late at night when we were young, stupid, and believed love alone could keep people faithful. I sat for a long time, hours, maybe. As the sky lightened to dawn, I realized something with brutal clarity. I deserved better than being someone's second choice. When I finally returned home, she was asleep on the couch, tear-streaked and curled up like a child. Her eyes fluttered open when I entered. Daniel, she whispered, voice rough. I sat across from her, keeping distance. I'm filing for separation, I said quietly. She gasped, hands flying to her mouth. Please don't. I have to, I said, voice trembling despite myself. Every time I look at you now, I feel like I'm drowning. She sobbed, reaching for me. I stood. Goodbye, Elena. And this time, I didn't look back.